Day Tampa Bay. I'm Adeline Duncan, our spokesperson and editor.
Here with Scarlett Corson, our videographer and scripter.
Here with Emily Craig, our researcher and fact finder.
Now, we are going to talk about Sara Borrell Ruiz here on our 1 o'clock news report. Sarah was a pharmacist, biochemist, researcher, like Emily, endocrinologist, and bromatologist. She was probably much more, but we're just going to be talking about this on today's broadcast. Her father, Jose Borrell, was a pharmacist, just like his daughter Sara would grow up to be. But Jose was a member of the party Incora Republicana and was arrested during the Spanish Civil War. Now, as you know, back in the day, only really men went to school and work, but not Sara. She decided to study pharmacy at the University of Madrid, Spain, in 1933. But meanwhile, at the university, her studies were interrupted by the Spanish Civil War, that spanned from 1936 to 1939. But nothing stopped her, because she still completed her degree in 1940. Hi, I'm walking here.
We're alive!
Oh, anyways, sorry. Back on track with Sara. After she finishes one degree, she snaps her fingers and finishes another. In 1944, she obtains her PhD with honors for research on the composition of the waters of the Tijo River.
Yeah.
Wordy, right? Well, Sara understood it all. Now, we're going to go back a little bit to 1935, when she started working on the analytics of chemistry laboratory of the University of Madrid, where she learned the quantum analysis for techniques. This was before she completed her master's and associate's degree from 1940 to 1944. After all those degrees, and while completing her doctorate in the post-war era, she became more interested in hygiene and nutrition. Sara's doing so many things we can barely even keep track. This course of college is mayhem. She worked as an assistant professor of bromatology at the University of Madrid from 1941 to 1949. Bromatology is the study of food. Apple. In 1946, she left Spain to carry out her protocol research at the Hannah Dairy Research Institute of Ari, Scotland.
Yeah.
Throughout that time, she learned the analysis of the manipulation of milk, which is a field in which she specialized in food science. Following her part-time jobs in 1949, she became a researcher with a tenure at the Spain Nutritional Research Council. Tenure meaning a lifetime job. To complete her training in the field, in 1950, she went to Cambridge, England Institute of Chemistry at the Middex Hospital in London. 5 years later, she travels to Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, to work on the biochemistry of steroid hormones with the Gregory Pancus at the Worcester Foundation for Experimental Biology.
Yeah.
After moving back to Spain, she managed the steroids division of the Gregorio Mignon Institute. How can Sara do so many things?
She is such an icon.
Nextly, in 1963, she was a founding member of the Spanish Society for Biochemistry. That's a big deal. 20 years later, in 1983, Sara moved to the New Sigil Institute, SCIC, where she remained until her retirement in 1989. At last, after 48 long years of research and work, Sara retired without any tributes.
Go.
However, she continued to work on comparative endocrinology with her work on the metabolism of adrenal hormones.
She did a great deal of work on collaborating with the clinical medicine of pathological metabolisms in patients with complex diagnoses. Ultimately, many young researchers were trained under her guidance, and a handful of them were officially supervised by her. She then passed away in her hometown of Madrid, Spain, at the age of 82.
Sara's discoveries are so remembered and used today, even if you don't know it.
That about wraps it up for our news report on Sara Borrell Ruiz here on Good Day Tampa Bay. Scarlett!
I'm Adeline Duncan.
I'm Emily Craig.
And I'm Scarlett Corson.
Bye! That meant a lot during the Samish Civil War. Samish?
We're live.
Oh, anyways, back to Sarah.
And Doug.
No.
Your name?